I personally think this isn't a fair assessment of Bret Hart, but I want your guys' thoughts. He said, Bret Hart, in my opinion, is one of the best technical performers in his generation, not the biggest star. His drawing power in WWE is well documented by anybody who wants to do the research in any objective way. He was not a main event draw in WWE. That's it. That's a fact. It's not my fault. I wasn't there. I didn't book him. It just didn't work. He was the champion, he was the face of the company, and he was the least successful World Heavyweight Champion, or at least one of them, in WWE history, which is a long freaking history. Bret Hart is that guy that has to have something to hate in order to have something to talk about. If he has to do an interview, he has to find somebody to pick on, somebody to hate, somebody to blame.
I don't know what his disdain is with Bret. I mean, I know Bret buries him a lot in interviews and stuff, and I don't know if that...
He thinks Bret's... He questions Bret's version of event. They have different versions of events that things happen with them. And then Vince or Eric just thinks that Bret's like a bland performer. I look at it. I look at it differently. He's a polar. He just doesn't like Bret Hart's work. He's a Hogan guy. He's not a Bret Hart guy.
Bro, you know what it is? It's like, bro, like, again, we've got to look at that period in time. This is pre-Attitude Era. So, with Bret on top, you got to look at the surrounding cast. Just like when Shawn was on top in 94, 95, you got to look at the supporting cast. Bro, it's kind of like saying, like you've got a superstar on a sports team and the rest of the team sucks and nobody's going to see them and you're going to put the heat on the one superstar. You have to, bro, the supporting cast is very, very important because, bro, when you had your Disco Infernos, when you had your Ravens, when you had your Pages, bro, when you're going to a house show, now all of a sudden you have all these guys that are drawing people. I may be a disco fan. I may be a Ernest the Cat Miller fan. I may be. So now you're drawing. When it's one guy drawing, bro, you can't put the heat on him when they're not selling out. A supporting cast is very important in wrestling.
And look at the creative at the time. The creative was embarrassing.
Yep.
I've said this before. What would their numbers have been if Bret wasn't there? I just think that is a very fair, unfair criticism to put on Bret Hart.
He doesn't. Bro, he doesn't like him. I mean, period. End of story. He doesn't like him, bro. Bro, I hope you enjoyed that clip. Please remember to ring the bell to get notified. Subscribe and share. And also remember, if you want more premium content, just go to russosbrand.com and patreon.com/Russo TWC. You will get 12 shows a week for under the price of $10. Russo's Brand, where pros are pros.